I really owe the chapter my whole career. I knew how to deal with the media because I was a media person, and I kind of knew how to write a news release. And that was it. It was through workshops, guest speakers, programs, lots of informal conversations with members, which I still have, bouncing ideas off of each other.
It helped me hone some skills in crisis communications and media relations. It helped me understand what the true value of public relations is.
The chapter has provided tremendous personal and professional growth for me. And it's really, I think, just working so collaboratively with other practitioners in the community, those that I have the highest respect and regard for.
When I finally did become a member of PRSA, the more senior level practitioners, the board members, always embraced the new members, and that was certainly the case with me.
I've made tremendous friends, and in terms of career opportunities, it made a big difference for me on an individual level. Certainly helped me in a big way to get the job I currently have here at SUNY Fredonia.
As a professor at Buffalo State College, I think it helped me to update information for students, and that would be through the PRSA programs and through the opportunity for networking at meetings.
So in 1985, you would apply to the chapter for membership, and then a committee would deem you worthy for recommendation to national. So of course, that's something that's very different today. So even just applying was kind of like a nervous, you weren't sure if you were going to get in or not.
And it's funny to think back to those early years when the chapter truly went month to month, just hoping that there would be enough people who would show up to a program to get us through financially to the next month. We were pretty much living paycheck to paycheck, if you will.
I remember back when I was president in 1991, and we were struggling to get up to 75 members.
And there was really still 4 organizations kind of competing with one another. We still had PRONI, the Public Relations Association of Western New York, PRSA, Women in Communication, and IABC. And one of the things that we tried to do was work together, those 4 organizations, to make sure that we weren't overlapping and competing with one another on a monthly basis for speakers and programs. So we definitely tried to have, I think, some coordination.
When I realized it was the 50th anniversary year of the chapter, my initial reaction was, oh boy. You know, I don't have a long history with the chapter, and so I saw it as an opportunity to get to know the chapter's history a little bit more. I went into the archives. There are some luminaries within the chapter who I wanted to learn more about, people like Stan Hudson, Dick Shaner, Ann Carden, Bill Collins, Linus Ormsby, and so it was interesting to kind of reflect back on all the work they had done.
One of those things was the establishment of the chapter's relationship with the students and the development of our PRSSA outreach program.
We really got creative with a lot of the things that we were doing as a chapter. We made sure we were looking at new revenue streams, getting up a sponsorship committee, and reaching out to different business partners to help us out.
I got together with the program directors from Syracuse and Rochester, and we decided to come together and do something regionally. We held it in Rochester. It was very successful. Pat Jackson came in as the keynote speaker, and that was how the Northeast Regional District Conference was born.
Golly, I've been a member now for better part of 30 years, and a good number of those people who I met way back when are still good friends today.
I'm very proud of the foundation we laid to further promote the value of the APR process and achieving accreditation.
My goal was to strengthen the involvement of members, and especially at the committee level, And that was something that I really set out to achieve, and I think I had a fair amount of success with that, and I'm pretty proud of that.
In 2008, we saw a lot of firsts for our chapter. It was the first time we had a member of our chapter get elected to the National Board of Directors, and that was, of course, Debbie Silverman. We had our own Ann Carden here at SUNY Fredonia become a member of the PRSA College of Fellows. And then we were lucky enough to host the Northeast District Conference.
Well, I do remember that we won the Chapter Achievement Award. In addition to that, I remembered that we changed our name. I think it was that year that we changed our name to PRSA Buffalo Niagara to represent a focus and a kind of a regional focus.
About the time that I was president was the time that PRONI, Public Relations Association of Western New York, decided to disband. So one of the things that we were fortunate enough to be able to benefit from was, with PRONI no longer being in existence, picking up a good number of the former members there, converting them into PRSA members.
We did have probably the biggest program that we had of the year was bringing in one of the public relations practitioners who was directly involved in the Pepsi syringe crisis. We didn't have big programs like that back then, so that was a pretty big deal.
We were out on a beautiful sunny day on one of the president's birthdays, and as he's carrying his tray of lunch, a seagull swooped down and managed to steal a foot-long hot dog.
I had 3 Judys on my board. I had Judy Chick, Judy Spear, and Judith Rucky. So all you had to do was say Judy, and you got good response.
Another former president who is now out of town, Bill Sledzik, and Ann Carden was there as well. The 3 of us ended up going to a PRSSA social, and it was at Halloween time. So we went as three quarters of the Rubbles and the Flintstones. I can remember, and there are still pictures that Bill has of me in a loincloth. Trust me, not a pretty picture.
The father of modern day public relations is Edward Bernays. Did I get it right? Hopefully that's what I teach.
I'm drawing a blank. You'll never get it out of me.
Oh, boy. Now you know why I don't have my APR.
Offhand, I can't, slips my mind.
Edward L. Bernays. In all honesty, I just showed the video of Bernays and Ivy Lee yesterday.